So for those who are unfamiliar, the Tropico series, what are there? 6 of them right now, I think. I really need to buff this disc, honestly. The Tropico series has a total of 6 games. However, 1, 3, 4, 5, and 6 are pretty much identical in terms of the basic story concept. You're a Banana Republic leader. Trying to remember, did I patch this? Boom, 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 boom. All right. I can't remember if I patched this or not. I have a patch for it, so I'll be able to tell by the options that are here. Fidel Castro sim, yeah. But this is not like 1, 3, 4, 5, or 6. This one's not completely different, but it's very different. Hang on a second here. Let me fix the title. Hide that. And I will need to turn the music down a little bit because it'll actually potentially trigger a DMCA, especially on YouTube. You've never played any of the Tropico games. This was a game that I just played constantly for years. It's like one of those where I didn't really feel like having to deal with people, interact with people. I would just simply load it up, play for a little bit, pause when I needed to. I am going to play this one a little different from the way I usually do other games with a pirate hat. Very appropriate. So, yeah. Anyway. I forget what resolution I set this to, but I need to make sure it's set to 1024 by 768. Played 1 through 3. They were freebies in your magazines your brothers got, but it's fun but kind of hard to get into. I find the others harder to get into than this one, but that's just me. There are some very difficult missions in this. Like I will have to restart a few. Boom, boom, boom. But it's a cool game. And it's got a nice story to it. And I always loved this intro. Okay, so you can play this sandbox style single games. There are extras. When the game came out, in fact, it might actually list it. Yeah. A couple of things on this. There on the website at the time, you could download a couple of extra levels that you could play. But as with any of the Tropico games, you could actually get the soundtracks. You could order them directly from the manufacturers. And if you buy the games on GOG, I think on Steam as well. I can't say that for certain. But if you buy them on GOG, you also get the soundtracks. And the soundtrack is phenomenal. The first 2 are great. The Caribbean style, all of that. Let's see. There's a map editor. You can create your own scenarios. You can go in and edit the scenarios and the text and all that kind of stuff. It's really kind of cool. What I'm going to do, though, is we're going to start with the campaign. I don't need to run the learn, but we're going to play the campaign. The campaign takes you through a series of levels that are progressively harder. I always thought this was one of the best tutorials I think I played in any game, at least up to this point. They did a really good job of introducing you to things, and for the most part, it made me want to really kind of work hard to get gold at the end of it. So, anyway, what we're going to do first, Pirate King Bitto, check it out. Can't delete them, can I? I can't do it all the way. King Bitto and the Ditto. Anyway, we'll just say King Bitto, whatever. So it all starts off with commercials in 2.5 minutes. So here we are. The very first mission, Beer for Buccaneers. Your happy life as a gambler changes forever when your ex-paramour publicizes your card cheating tricks. You are convicted and sentenced to transportation to the Caribbean for a term of forced labor. While serving out your penal term, you meet fellow convict Charlotte DeBerry, who claims to be a famous mutineer and pirate. A mountaineer. She's a famous mountaineer in the middle of the Caribbean. Although you don't believe her stories of piracy on the high seas, she's more attractive than your master, so together you flee the plantation on a leaking schooner, a partially restored wrecked vessel. The only island you can reach before the schooner sinks is the home of some desperate buccaneers. Charlotte can navigate the Hispaniola for repairs, but she'll need help pumping out the leaky hull first. The Buccaneers readily agree to cooperate with you as long as you help them obtain some beer first. Gain the allegiance of the 3 Buccaneers by building a brewery and Smuggler's Dive, where they can go drink the beer. You can take up to 1 year to earn a bronze medal. You will earn a gold or silver for speedier success. If you ever play Pokemon Red and Blue, catch a Ditto and call it Dittoman. You mean like my bot? All right, here we go. Hopefully I got the right resolution set. Otherwise I can change it. Should be able to change it. So what I recommend, anytime that you play this, immediately pause upon loading into the game, into the mission that you're working on. And the reason for that is... I think we got everything maxed out. Oh, here's a weird thing. No idea what this does. No clue. Been there ever since. You can check it. No idea what it does.
I think there's someone in the
Thank you
bushes
for the
there.
alert, Gregor. Let me bring the music down just a smidge. That'll work. I don't care. We don't want borders. Okay, we all do want all that. Full screen, yeah. Something about the visuals of this game reminds you of Anno 1503 AD. Yeah. So you can zoom in and out. You can get a bird's eye view if you want of the whole island. Unlike Tropico 6, there are no bridges. You can't go between islands. You won't have more than one island. You can't sail to another island. You do send ships out. We'll show you how that works here in a minute. So here's the basics of everything. Your mouse cursor does move the screen. You can also use the arrow keys, which I find a little bit easier in some cases. You can zoom way in. There's a big deal about this. There's lots of detail for each of these characters. They'll even give you their thoughts. Nothing to do. Guess I'm off to that stockade over there.
Pardon?
Let's see. Do you reap then sow? Or the other way around? They have skills. You can turn these folks into other pirates. And you can look at these skills here. Courage and leadership. If they have high leadership, they might make a good officer. So you can actually change them to a pirate by just simply clicking this tiny little button over here. You'd never notice it. Where they currently work. Their current happiness levels, I guess, best way to put it. Their religion is good, feasting, resting and feasting, overall resignation. In other words, they're just kind of giving up on society. They're there. They're going to be stuck there. Order and fear is the way to keep your captives in check. However, pirates have different things. They have anarchy and, like, security, basically. They want cannons and stuff. Let's see. You can also click on the cats. You can get the cats' information. Those unskilled farmers are idiots. So we have cat jokes too. There's also monkeys on the islands, and they also have little Easter eggs for them. Like here's one. It's a bunch of savages on this island. Another cat. I'm starting to think Darwin was right. Okay, so this is the stockade. This is where your prisoners are kept, your captives. Your log mill. Your home base. Pirate Palace. Your farm. Now then, in the first mission, they clearly outlined where they want you to place certain buildings. It simplifies the construction because the ground is already flat, but you need to start off with a few things. You need to start off with a construction tent because if you don't have construction workers, you're not going to get anything done. The log mill needs a logging camp, otherwise you have no wood to actually cut. So we just go into that. We go over to the timber camp, And this little spot right here is clearly marked out to put a timber camp. The closer you put, what do you call them? Buildings with symbiosis, whatever you call that, the symbiotic plants, one where you have one that provides goods for another. Get them close together if you can, because they will have workers that will transport goods. Like this person here will go to the timber camp, collect wood, bring them back to the lumber mill. Synergies, that's a good way to put it. Synergy. Let's see. All right, so we've got the basics down. The construction tent and the timber mill. We've got 17 lumber. We have to build a brewery here. That leaves us 7 lumber, which we can't do. We need to build a smuggler's dive as well, which takes 10 lumber, or 8 lumber, excuse me. So we need one more piece of wood. The first pirate to say synergy is getting keel hauled. And then just max it out, because this is really easy. Once that last log is milled into lumber, we're just going to go ahead and plant this sucker here. Let the construction crew do their thing. Yes, my assistant will drive us crazy. I will probably turn it off. Synergies.
Shiver me timbers.
And, oh yeah, there's also, that's where they get their food, is that little building right there.
You mean the latest masterpiece of fantasy storytelling from Lucasfilm's Brian Moriarty? Why, it's an extraordinary adventure with an interface of magic. Stunning high-resolution, 3D landscapes, sophisticated score and musical effects. Not to mention the detailed animation and special effects. Elegant point-and-click control of characters,
just
objects,
waiting on
and
that
magic
last
spells.
wood.
Beat the rush.
Come on
Go
now.
out and buy Loom today.
There we go. Get to work, construction crew. We're going to get a gold on this. Super easy. But let's talk about Loom. Thank you for the 100 bits. I appreciate that. How you doing, Flanges? Ahoy! Ship ahoy!
Kappa 100, but let's talk about Loom.
But let's talk about Loom, baby. Let's talk about you and me. All right, so another thing, too, is you have a map, so you can see the Caribbean. Everything will continue to work as normal as you're here. You are victorious. Ah, well. Boom. Super fast first level. Just basically showing you how to apply and build stuff. How you doing, Final? Enjoy your gift sub from Pi. Mighty fine job, sir. I forgot to look at the intro to make sure what version I have installed. I installed it directly from the disk, so... With these cutscenes, it always does this. There we go. All right, so here's your gold meta victory. Okay, so anyway, Horde. We don't have a Horde yet because we haven't gotten to that point in the game. Pirate Power 4, which is just 4 pirates. Captain Power 1. Number of ships, none. Average happiness, we did good. Very quickly. You're good today. Dreading homework, put it off every week till Sunday, and then have to do the whole week in one day for all your classes. That's gotta suck. We are well, thank you very much for asking. We had our little vacation. We had a good time. It was relatively stress-free. Although they were a bit uncoordinated, the well-oiled Buccaneers helped you and Charlotte pump out and patch the leaking schooner. Then they helped clean up and organize your island. Meanwhile, Charlotte sailed off to Hispaniola for repairs. While she's away, build up some industry to supply the returning ship with rations and weapons. So we need to build a chain of buildings that create swords, or cutlasses, in this case, and rations, which are really easy. That's just a single building. You'll need sea ration factory, an iron mine, a blast furnace, and finally a blacksmith to produce cutlasses. So we need 3 buildings to build cutlasses. 1 to mine the ore, 2 to smelt it, and 3 to make it. You'll also need a dock for the repaired ship. Before she left, Charlotte reminded you that you must finish all these chores before she returns in 18 months. By the look in her eye, she wasn't kidding. It's the Tropico everyone hates. I loved this one, honestly, because it was different than the others. But it's also more of an economic sim. It's just not one you see streamed very often. Hey, Throne. Oh, I didn't realize that. How you doing? So we're going to pause the game right there. Zoom out a smidge. There we go. Okay, so we've already got our Smuggler's Dive, the brewery. We're going to put the ration factory here. And then we're going to build a mine right here. You got sick of people genuinely telling me what Unix was. You mean like you were actually legitimately asking a question? You weren't. Yeah. That's pretty funny. All right. So we're going to start off with our usual. So we need a construction tent. You can build more than one construction tent, by the way. You don't have to have just one. We don't need that yet. We've got 8 lumber. I find in later missions, making a point of building multiple mills really, really helps the end game. You haven't caught one of my streams in forever. Well, you missed an epic one. You really did. We just finished Die Hard, which was absolutely amazing. It was amazingly good and bad all at the same time. We just finished it. We're just now starting Tropico 2. This, honestly, probably won't be but a few streams, maybe 4 or 5 tops, but mainly because there's a few missions that I probably will have to do a couple of times to get through them. They can be kind of challenging. But let's see. We're going to just go ahead and let these guys go. Go, man, go. I think we can go ahead and put down... Yeah, we can go ahead and put down a dock. Put that on the edge. Did you do Tropico 1? I haven't played it on stream. In fact, this is the only Tropico I've ever played on stream. I'm suffering from Nakatomi Syndrome. It's like Stockholm Syndrome, but involves more Gruber. I have Tropico 1. I've got all the Tropicos. In fact, I've only got the first 3 in a box. I've got the first one. The first one in really rotten condition for a box, but it's the first one. I will not install this on this machine, and I only have the disc and manual for 2. The manual for 2 is pretty epic. Tropico 2 manual, which I don't know why I kept the manual and didn't keep the box. I never understood that, but whatever. Because it came in a small box. And then I got Tropico 3 when it came out. Paid. Okay, so it wasn't immediately when it came out. It was 1998. I think it'd been out for about a year when I picked it up. But, CD key and all. I think it was a Steam key, in fact. Your Tropico 2 box disappeared ages ago. You really need to give this a chance. I wrote it off for being different back in the day. I think you would enjoy it if you gave it an opportunity. Because it's really not a bad game. I found this one more enjoyable story-wise than the other Tropicos. Okay, so we've got that going. We need to put down a iron mine, which is what, 10 lumber. So we're going to put it right here. The series probably peaked with the 3rd. I agree with you. 3 or 4 pretty much was the best. 5 and 6 were okay, but I really enjoyed 3 and 4. Still not my. Still 2 is my favorite. Apparently owned Tropico 3 through 6. Never played any of them. This one is the first one that really caught my attention. You picked up Anno 1882 and need to try it. I'm going to have to give those a try. I've never played them. The Anno series. There's another one, Port Royale, that's a little similar to this as well. Oh, yeah, the radio in the 3rd one was good. Okay, so we now have that. So now we need to start looking into building a smelter, a blast furnace. Now, the problem with the blast furnace... Oh, wait, we need to build a ration, too. See rations. For the most part, there's a lot of waiting in the first one, in the first few missions, because you're just learning how to set things, and they don't give you much opportunity to make your own plans. They just kind of tell you what you need to do. So once we get past these few tutorial levels, get an idea of how these things work, not that I don't already know, Always wanted to play this. Pretty cool. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. There we go.
Squire, we've but a wee smidge of wood.
They're using all my wood. Somebody quick, give me wood. Wait, did I say it like that? This is not really necessary. I mean, it's kind of nice when you're playing later on, but we'll turn this off for now. Notifications we don't want.
69. Nice.
Nice. I was thinking that was there. Is it under? Yeah, quarterly island log. We can turn that off. We will eventually turn Smitty off. He can get kind of obnoxious. Actually, he gets very obnoxious. You curious why they never tried the pirate setting again? They have kind of touched on it in later ones. For example, 6, there was a DLC for pirate-themed stuff. I don't know why they never tried to really do a pirate-themed Tropico again, like a sequel. It would have been great if they had. Even just tried it. I don't think I can build it there. It looks like I'm going to have to build it up here. Which I'm going to need to build a road. Oh, yeah, Tropico 2 did have, or Tropico 4 did have pirate stuff as DLC. Yeah, there was, I think a few of them actually had pirate DLCs. But they were never quite the same. They just didn't really match this. Because this has got a different take, a different direction on the way the game played. If you can get Anno 1880 and try it, I highly recommend. Or if you prefer one of the earlier ages, this one, though, is something special. I want to say I have one of them, but I've never tried it, like on GOG or something. I don't know if it was free or something. Speaking of which, I need to check on my Prime Gaming. Oh, yeah, 20 lumber. So we're waiting on that for the... You bought the Anno games on GOG years ago, and then never played them. I've got a bunch of them that I've never played. So many. There we go. Now then, we just need a blacksmithy, which is only like 10 or 15 lumber, so we can... Just prepare. The curse of digital backlogs. Well, that are really good prices. I mean, if I'll buy games a lot of times on GOG when they're like, $1 or $2 or something like that. And same with Steam. No reason not to. You can also speed up certain things being built if you can go to flatter areas. The less work your workers have to do in order to place a building, faster it'll take. You have bought so many things just because they were set. Exactly. That's the curse of the backlog right there. We're gaining all these captives. Almost need another stockade for these folks because I guarantee you it's going to fill up. You can do all kinds of stuff. You can build gallows, which are fear. There's little orderly shrubs to keep your workers in line. You also have pirate stuff like watchtowers, which increase defense. Safe harbor anchor, which is also defense, or these cannons. Then you have anarchy shrubs and anarchy decor, things like that. Those all give you some advantages to improving the mood of your people. You only ever played Settlers 2? Can't resist a good sale. Yeah. I hear ya. Not going to build another stockade. Really just focusing on the stuff I need to get through these. You loved Settlers 3 and 4. I've heard good things about them, but I've never played them. This was the last Tropico made by the original devs, yeah. This was done by Frog City and, what was it, Pop Top. And God Games, gathering of developers were all involved in this. And then it went dormant for about 5 or 6 years. And the next one came out as Calypso, which I think is a German company, a German studio. And I thought it was amazing because they really did a good job of capturing that Banana Republic They are German. Okay. Yeah, I wasn't positive. But they got a lot of good games. Calypso, if you haven't, you got to check them out. They got a lot of fun strategy type games. I was skeptical when 3 came out, and I'm like, they did a good job. I'm not going to complain. Should be a gold medal for this. Boom, you are victorious. Couldn't have built that much faster than that. I turned to my mom. It was on sale. I couldn't pass it up. Like George and Seinfeld. It was on sale! Wait, no. I was in the pool. They hired Hamamont Games to make 3 and 4. Yeah, exactly. Well, the publisher was Calypso. Let's... And by the way, Ari, the smartass that you were about the next game to play was going to be Peggle, it really could have been. I mean, it really could have been Peggle. Hopefully you're still here. You might have gone to sleep. Let's see. Yeah, Hamamont Games. Hamamont Games, Calypso. I should have just left that up. Here, hang on a second. So, yeah, Hamamont and Calypso published. Just here listening and sorting the pets. Let's see. Have you ever played Imperium? I haven't done those, no. I'm kind of selective on strategy games that I play because I'm so bad at them. This actually had a decent manual for 2006 or 7. It was fairly extensive. And of course the CD key on the back for Steam. PC Trop 3 reg code. Let's see, what was in the back? Software utilities, ownership. Yeah, actual troubleshooting stuff in the back. A lot of Eastern European names involved in this. So it makes me wonder if maybe the development was actually being done in, like, maybe Poland or something? I don't know. Cool either way. Oh, it's what Hamamont made before Tropico 3 and 4. Gotcha. Gotcha. I have to check them out. I really haven't looked that deep into what they have developed. I just know because I get their emails all the time. Let's see. So we did get a gold medal. Yada yada yada. All right, Charlotte returns to the Hispaniola aboard a newly repaired ship. She notes a certain new maturity in your character. In fact, your experience has changed you from fun-loving to industrious. Although she orders her followers to clean things up and reorganize the island, you can tell that Charlotte is actually impressed with your work. Now it's time to order the ship to raid nearby settlements for more workers, and then press gang some of your workers into pirates to serve as a crew. Eventually, your ship will have a full supply of rations and cutlasses and a full crew. Then Charlotte can start cruising the sea lanes in search of plunder. You'll also need to build a boatyard in case your schooner sinks. You have 4 years to get the island treasury to 3,000 pieces of gold, and to build a boatyard, you need to be long gone before English fleet arrives to put you and Charlotte out of business. How much is forehead advert space going for these days? I don't know. That's a good question. Couple of dollars, maybe? Depends on what we're advertising, you know. There's limitations. They're from Bulgaria, okay. Which explains the Eastern European names, yeah. Yeah, I wasn't sure. I knew that Calypso was German, but I wasn't sure about the origins of Hamamont. I just assumed they were in the same country. May have asked you all, did you ever play the game Silver? No. No, I'm not familiar with that one, Murray. Welcome in, by the way.
Ahoy!
All right, we'll pause. Okay, so there's something I didn't show you before that I wanted to make sure you're aware of. If you play this game, you have an island log here that you can bring up at any time. This is your almanac and Bible of the game, basically. It gives you all the information you need, and some you don't. What I use it for most is goals and history. You can click on this and then click on goals and history, and it will give you your victory conditions. You have 4 years to get the island treasury to 8,000 pieces of gold and to build a boatyard. So basically, we just need to scavenge and pirate 8,000 gold. And, of course, build a boatyard. So that's easy enough, right? Should be. How's the ride for partnership? It's going slow, but it's doing all right. I'm not complaining. It's weird. I'll say that, because I've seen people get partnered for less, but, you know, I don't know. Whatever. Something I do often in this is I will go ahead and extend roads in the initial pause menu. I'm going to put my boatyard right here. It'll work just fine. That's where I always put it, actually, so that's why I put it there. And we're going to extend this out a little bit. I am going to take the opportunity to drag a road here, actually. This game does suffer from pathing, like, freezing, basically. They'll get kind of loopy if you have a bunch of active NPCs on the island. It just they start to go in circles and do things that you're not expecting them to do, and it'll cause your island's economy to crash because people aren't going and collecting stuff. Real problem. So, all right. So we need to build a boatyard. We have no construction tent, so we need to put a construction tent down. Eventually, we'll also be building a pirate neighborhood, too. Oops. These trees will grow back, but you will knock them down far faster than they will grow back. I promise you, unless you play a sandbox game with, like, maximum time limits, you will not run out of trees. You will have plenty of wood to get your missions done. That's never a fear. That's the speed at which you harvest the wood. That's the problem. So, let's see. We're going to start out with another lumber mill, I think. Sorry, just trying to decide what I'm going to do first. This is 20 wood, if I'm not mistaken. There is our ship. Now then, good idea right off the bat, because their morale is excellent. They just need rations. Oh, and some swords. Now then, now that we have some cutlasses, we can go and raid a settlement. Got wood? Okay. Yeah, it's pretty hard to get wood. Not really. We're going to go get some more prisoners, basically. Sometimes you get lucky. Sometimes you actually have problems. I highly recommend when you send your ship out, save the game. Even if it doesn't crash, which is the least of your worries. Some of the crews, you can actually lose some of your pirates. You don't want to do that. So if you want to save scum, it's a good idea. These saves are tied to the missions. They are not tied to the entire game. So you can actually save as much as you want. When the new mission starts, you have a whole fresh save slot. You'll love Master Gregor. Of course we do. You can see the ship coming back to the docks. So is this an advertisement? 750 bitcoins for the advertisement. There we go. All right, so the dock comes in. Look, we lost one pirate, but that's okay. Look how many people we actually captured. This is a lot, by the way, for raiding a settlement. You're usually lucky to get anywhere from 1 to 3. So to come back with 7 is pretty impressive. You DM me on Discord for the thing you asked before you log off for today. Can you take a look and see if it makes sense? Sure, absolutely. I appreciate that. So we're going to go ahead and press gang somebody into a pirate. But I'm going to look for somebody. Oh, look at this. Good courage, good leadership. Max is 9. So 7 courage, 9 leadership is excellent. She's going to become a pirate. Bam. The random... Oh, yeah. The random sound command. That's right. I'm going to see. Can we do more? Oh, this is another good one. 7 and 9.
What now?
Nah. All right, so we're going to keep raiding the settlement because it's all we've got for the moment. We need people. Yes. Be quick about it. If you go off without enough rations, you do risk your crew mutinying. So if you hold, I'll show you a trick to be able to view your boat's progress while they're sailing. But this right here, as long as this stays 0, they're not going to mutiny on you and you're not going to get tossed overboard. However, if you see 1, 2, 3, whatever, the number represents how many pirates are mutinying against your captain. So you need to keep an eye on that. We're sea-based and did raiding. Ooh, the potential this style had was pretty high. They could have had a Viking or North African expansion. They absolutely could have. They could have had. They could have done a East Indian Trading Company version of this. That would have been really cool. I would have played that. You're off to bed? No problem, Ori. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. Yeah, I gotta work. I'll enjoy it the best I can. Oh, you know what I was doing? I wasn't doing what I was supposed to be doing. I'm supposed to be building another lumber mill. And we're going to put it right here. And lost a couple of pirates. That was kind of painful. Oh, my ball fell out. Okay. We're losing pirates. This isn't good. Do we not have enough? We don't have enough pirates, do we? I think I'm going to have to press gang somebody, and that's going to suck.
Watch that hook!
Not good.
Pardon?
All right. I'll take it. There we go. Hey, Abstractism, welcome in. You missed the end of Die Hard, Nakatomi Plaza. It was good. Yeah, we finished it.
I was going to say I don't remember pirates in Die Hard.
Yeah, well, that's all right. It was a lot of stuff, like him going to the sewer level. It's a first-person shooter, yep. You have all of these. Never played 1 and 2. 1 is enjoyable. 1 I actually bought and literally threw the disc away. I got so aggravated with the DRM that was on it. Don't call that Die Hard game good. I enjoyed it. It is not a good game. It is a fun game to play. It's just got so many goofy moments. I mean, it's like watching a train wreck. But as far as the game being good, no, I won't call it good. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and send them on a cruise. Before we do, I'm going to show you something. You can put your crew in these adjoining territories and have them raid or whatever there. So there's a few options here. You can send them here, for example. If you click on these territories, it'll even give you some details, like how dangerous is this territory? A half a cannon of 5, pretty low danger. Couple of treasure chests, meaning there's a decent amount of treasure. This one, a little more dangerous, but it has a trade path in it, so that's good for treasure. Let's see. We haven't been here yet, so we know nothing about it. We'll go ahead and go to this one. Oops, wrong one. I need to click that. Cruise! It's not a hat! It's super cool how they use a map of the era, not an accurate modern map. Yes! And you notice we're still gaining people. Let's see. There we go. And Nuclear Prez, how are you doing, by the way? So you played Die Hard, huh? Nakatomi Plaza, not the PlayStation one. Not the one that people are familiar with. Okay, I forgot to save it after we sent him out to a cruise because the ship could sink. There we go. Okay, so we're going to build a boat dock. There's a kitty! Kitty! It's a mystic. The mystical kitty. So we're going to put down some orderly stuff as well. We seized some plunder. Now, we know that the ship is out there plundering. We can't see what's going on, but if you go into the map menu and click on it, you can see if we've lost anybody, because you know how many people that were there. You can also see if they're mutiny or getting ready to mutiny. You can look at their stats, their cannon, their guns, their swords, whatever. And then it'll tell you if they're on their way back. You'll see it. It'll say returning home. There we go. See status returning home. So here they come. So that's good. You played it last Christmas, got soft locked twice. We didn't get soft locked, but we had a really good time with it. I really enjoyed it. But no, it's not a good game. It's a very goofy game. We'll go ahead and do this one more time. We just need to keep raiding. And in the meantime, I'll have them build another dock. Where is it? There it is. So this will give them something else. Now, sometimes your workers will get confused, and they'll want to construct something else that you don't want them to construct yet. You can set priorities on building, just like others. So you can kind of set the priority on the boatyard, lower the priority on the dock. Problem is that the AI treats that as a suggestion sometimes, and it will actually just keep building whatever it wants to. I think it's proximity-based. So we sent them out with 4 pirates. Hopefully they come back with 4 pirates or more. Oh, we've got new scum. That means we've picked up more pirates. And you can check a box to keep them from popping up. Wasn't the bug in the end technically a soft lock? It was technically a soft lock. That's a good point. I didn't think about it like that. But yeah, I managed to break it somehow. And Hans didn't have Holly. Baines. You got some funny moments. Holy crap. And had fun with it. One person was saying how that was their only experience at Die Hard because they never were allowed to watch the movie as a kid. That's a terrible way to watch the movie.
Of course you do.
All right, let's see. Hang on a second here. Hey, we had a burger like that, but it was bigger. That's a tasty looking burger, though. I won't deny that. I think I will. Hang on a second here. I'll show you guys a picture of a burger that we had when we were on vacation last week. Let's see here. How you doing, Baines? Welcome back. So that's your burger. Here's my burger. And you can't see it as well, like what all's on it, but bacon, lettuce, egg, couple of onion rings, cheese, onion, pickle, tomato, and the fries are amazing.
I even froze them and brought them home.
Yeah, she even froze the fries and brought them home. I mean, they traveled really well. How you're feeling? they did really well in the air fryer. It was good. It's too much food, but it's good. One of these could have served all 3 of us, I think.
Not happily.
Not happily, but you know. Coffee would have been disappointed.
If I got them more often.
Also, if these get annoying, you can always check this box. Do not show more messages, and it will turn them off. You can go into the notifications, turn them back on. I highly recommend that you keep at least the one where you're getting plunder, because you want to keep an eye on your ships. Burger envy intensifies. Should have been a sesame seed bun. Coffee hates sesame seed buns. Okay, so they should be building that. Do we have... Got some more pirates. We may have lost somebody in there, too. Oh, no, we didn't. They're kicking ass and taking names. I'm going to put down another construction tent. Look at that. That's a lot of pirates.
Aye, matey. I'd just like to say that the lads and I are right proud to serve you.
So over here is your fear, your pirate happiness, captive resignation. If it gets below about 50%, things get a little bit dangerous. We now have this. We can build another ship. However, we need another dock. We can't just have one dock. We are currently up to 2818. We're going to go to miserly. We now have plenty of stuff. Hi, cat. Cat's being silly. Go on. What you doing, buddy? Huh? What you doing? No. Don't do that. That's rude. Thank you, cat. Oops. They are me hearties. Okay, so now we have that. We have to get more lumber to build the next ship. You do have up to 6 different ships you can make. However, there's 2 boatyards that you can construct. This mission is only allowing 1 boatyard, so we're stuck with the smaller of the 2. When the missions get further in, you'll have a second boatyard that'll allow you to create things as big as a galleon. And the galleons are really slow, but they have so many guns on them that it's pretty much, if you can catch the ship, it'll... Yeah, you're gonna win pretty much every battle. You can piss off 3 major powers, the French, the English, or the Spanish, and they can come and raid your colony and kill you. However, you also have a chance of survival if you have enough defense on the island. So we're going to build a schooner. Look at that. They came back with nothing. Nothing. We have chased off all the... Oh, no, we did get one thing, didn't we? So let's see. We are victorious. Boom. That's all we needed. Now, did we get a gold? Probably a bronze. This was one that I rarely ever get a gold on. 1640. Ah, the pirate times. The goofy animations to this. Hi, cat. Are you back again? Are you trying to tell me get this stuff out of the way because this is your spot? Is that it? Are you going to lay there? Are you going to be a good boy? He says, I've missed you. Where have you been? You and Charlotte absconded with 3,000 gold pieces. Just don't head back that way. Now you are on a primitive island faced with a new challenge. An officer has landed seeking assistance in England's war with Spain. This fellow, Henry Morgan, demands a new sloop of you, lest he should report your piratical behavior to his superiors. Thus, your immediate goals are a boatyard and a sloop for Morgan. You will need to use a kidnapped craftsman edict to gain a skilled shipwright before you can build a boatyard. You might also wish to kidnap a priest and a skilled farmer, religion for the captives, fruit for the pirates. You win the game once you have built the sloop and driven overall pirate happiness well above the halfway point. You will have 5 years in which to achieve this. So this is kind of tough. The building the happiness and captive resignation can be a bit challenging. There's a few tactics you can use in order to do that. One is you can build pirate neighborhoods. And you want to build those separate so that only the pirates will actually go to that particular area. And then you can put tons and tons of, like, anarchy and defense, anarchy stuff. You don't want anarchy with the captives. The anarchy drives captive resignation down. So you want to put all that stuff where the pirates only go, and then you can put them back there, and pirates will wander through them, and their happiness will increase. So, looking at this island... I'm going to show you a basic map of what we're going to do. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and lay out the road for part of it. We're going to build a industry section here. Oops. There we go. And we're also going to have an entertainment district, which is going to be on this main road right here, and probably a little bit in this corner as well as in this corner here. I want to say I usually just do this. Now, I have been known to put the pirate neighborhood here. That's not a bad place for it. It's easy to get to. I've also put the pirate neighborhood over here as well. Just make them walk this path, and then have one road that leads off like this. And then we just build pirate tents. But you don't want to be too far away, because every time you try to like do something on the ships, it makes them walk forever. A Bito Casino. We can build a casino. Yep, we can build casinos. But we'll deal with that later. I think we've got a good start there. All right, so let's zoom in a little bit. You see all these skull hands sticking out of the... these bone hands sticking out of the ground. These are fear things that you can use to keep your captives in line. We're going to... Actually, we're going to put a road right here. Right around the prison. And we're going to put this here for the lumber mill. And we need a construction tent, which we can put... We'll put it right here. You know what? Yeah, we'll put it right there. Now, you can destroy stuff. If you put something down and you later want to move it, for example, maybe it turns out it's not in a good place. Case in point you'll use a lot is going to be these timber camps. When you put up 2 or 3 timber camps, it's in no time flat. They'll completely decimate the trees in the area, and they'll have to travel like long distances to cut down trees and come back to the timber camp. So you shut it down by just simply going in here and shift clicking on that, and it'll actually lock all those slots, so it won't hire anybody. They'll still go and collect the wood that these timber camps have cut down, so they'll keep going to the timber camp until the wood reaches 0, in which case you can then just go into the bulldozing menu and literally just bulldoze a building. Just click on it, it goes away. And it won't go away right away. It takes a few, sometimes seconds to minutes, depending. I don't know if it's really like a timer or if there's something. I never could figure that one out. All right, so our goal here again is not hit that menu to hit this menu. Our goal again is to you win the game once you have built a sloop and driven overall pirate happiness well above the halfway point. You have 5 years in which to achieve this. So that means we're going to wait for this ship to go here. We're immediately going to go and kidnap a shipwright, and then we're going to follow that up with a number of raids to get as many captives as we can as we build up our industry, along with some happiness stuff here, including a Bito Casino. We can even rename it. We'll call it Bito Casino if you want. All right. Anyway, so we've got what we need to start with. We'll go ahead and do this.
Ahoy!
Bing. Okay. Back. We'll go ahead and build the Bito. Put that there. Kidnap craftsman. We need a shipwright.
That'd be a wise move.
Wait for the ship rations to be delivered to the docks. Pirate satisfaction, 2 words. I don't ever expect to see together. I mean, you got to make your pirates happy, you know. Are they gonna? Oops. Are they gonna cooperate if they're not happy? I mean, would you cooperate if you weren't happy? Maybe a little bit. Go get them. Go get them, Charlotte. Okay, save game. See, new save slots, all tied directly to the mission you're on, so you can start over fresh each time. All right. The studded anchor.
Want some rye? Of course you do.
Oh, Bito Buccaneer beer. There we go. Bito's Buccaneer beer. If they were offering burgers like the last one, sure. Okay, so we now have a shipwright. You have skilled captives that you can get that will open up different buildings for you to build, and they can do anything from farming to religion to crafting accoutrements for your pirates like hats, parrots, peg legs, that kind of thing. Each one increases their skills different ways. Now that we've done that, we're going to start raiding a settlement.
That'd be a wise move, sir.
Over right. So there's the Bito's Buccaneer beer. And we will build a gambling den here in a moment. When it lets me. A couple of captives there. They are not happy with me. I'm just raiding and raiding. How much is corn in your settlement, Buccaneer? A Buccaneer. Yep. I was slow on that one. Oh, we lost a pirate. You can also use exploring missions, which are great early on. You can explore the areas around. Ships aren't able to go all, like these ships, the small ones, aren't able to go all the way north from here. So if you start in the center, you might be able to explore the whole map, but if you're on one edge, you're not going to be able to get to the furthest reaches. And you can only explore the neighboring section you haven't explored yet. So for example, I can't take this ship and put it up there. I'd have to put it like on the other ship. Must be moored. Yeah, I'll show you later. Oh, yeah, there we go. Okay, so that's pretty good. Now then, we haven't got any cutlasses yet. Oh, we haven't built any. Oh, crap. You know, freaking idiot. I locked it down and forgot to... Oh, that's going to ruin my gold. Okay, I believe we also have... Oh, yeah, I forgot. You can also raise the dead. You have a graveyard. Here be Davy Jones's locker. So you can raise the dead. They become haulers. So, for example, this building here has a hauler position who goes and gets beer and fruit, like bananas and papayas, if they're available. Since I don't have any of those industries available, I can actually lock that position for now because there's no point in having somebody in there that could potentially be a farmer or even become a pirate later on. So if I add the industry, I will bring the hauler position back. But for now, we're just going to leave it disabled. And because I was an idiot, I have to wait for the wood to... You don't want undead to handle my fruits. But they're great for hauling positions because they never sleep. Your captives will sleep, and that will reduce productivity. But they get more expensive with each one you raise. So it might be 100 gold the first one, 150 gold on the second one, 200 gold on the third one, and so on. Let's be frank here. I don't want to be frank. I'd rather be Bito. Once you have that industry, you forgot that you turned it off. And start my stuff doesn't work properly. Exactly. So we've got a full stockade here. Okay, so, yeah. We need to...
Avast, ye mateys.
No, Frank, only Bito. I'm going to see if we can finish this mission. It shouldn't be too terribly long. This is where they start to gain length. And some of these, you're not able to change direction. Like, you can't rotate them or anything, but others you can. Any of the ones that have these little U-shaped arrows in the bottom right corner, you can rotate. I don't know why you can't rotate all of them. It always seemed kind of weird to me. I'm going to put a road.
We cannot find enough grog on this
Enough
island.
grog on this island. All right, so we're going to get that, and we're going to go over... Oops, wrong one. We're going to go here. We're going to take that. We're going to set it there. And we have a blast furnace right here. Before I will log off, I will go save First Contact in Bozeman, Montana. Wait. I know you're talking about Star Trek.
Ahoy!
But what? Are you getting ready to start streaming something? What Star Trek game are you getting ready to play?
Maybe you
I feel bad for Frank, but not as much as everyone shooting at will all the time. Yes, see? I always wondered. Fire at will. What did Will do? No wonder Will Wheaton was always so upset. Oh, I didn't give myself enough space for that, huh? But I can do that. Just doing your daily... Oh, doing your daily in Star Trek Online. Gotcha. Yeah. Okay, so we've got good captive resignation, but our pirate happiness is falling. How about...
Well, Squire, you'll not be getting any...
There is a daily mission at the moment where you have to save First Contact to prevent the Borg for destroying the meeting between human and the Vulcans. You can also cancel missions, by the way. You can set sail immediately, even though your crew is not fully stocked. You can just, bam, we got to go now. Or you can cancel it all together. But if you do that, I guarantee you a bunch of the pirates will leave the ship and go straight to the nearest bar. Because that's what they do. Okay, we're going to collect these guys. You have a huge Star Trek First Edition CCG collection. Ooh.
Captain, we be lacking beer on this here isle.
Okay, so now we've got miners. They're going to get ready to mine. So what we can do here, so we want to make sure that we do not lose control of our captives. We'll need to do things like this. Put some of this anarchy stuff down. Not anarchy, order stuff down. And we'll also want to add some fear. Lacking beer. What is this madness?
Shiver me timbers.
Yeah, consider kidnapping a skilled farmer and then planting some fruit so your smuggler's dive can serve fresh fruit. You can do that. If you're going for golds, I wouldn't recommend doing that now. In fact, I've pretty much lost the gold on this one. I didn't give myself enough room for that one. But that's all right. I can put it here. Let them finish building that stuff. One of your STO friends went to STO convention. They bought me a poster and got all the lead devs, etc. to sign. Nice! Oh, that's awesome. Okay, so now we have this. We have a hauler. She's going to go and pick up the ore, which is being mined, bring it to the blast furnace, and then when the blast furnace produces it, you'll see a little bar right here slowly grow as their skill at mining increases.
Captain, the lads were wondering when we might be getting proper cutlass.
Trying to remember where that was. There is... Yeah, smith crafting. So in this case, this will increase over time. The higher the skill gets, the faster they'll be able to produce stuff. And then this hauler will go to the blast furnace, pick up the smelted metal, bring it here, and they'll produce cutlasses.
Cannot find any games that
That is really cool. On a poster of the Defiant schematics. Nice.
ahoy!
All right. Let's see. We can't cruise yet. We don't have any swords, but we can.
noticed, Captain, but they're tainted
Raid another
witches
settlement.
on your island.
I thought this was Age of Empires 2 for a second. Yeah. I almost did Stronghold, which is another game. It's more like combat focused. There is an economic sim side to it too. In fact, you can choose between the two from the main menu. Yeah, see, here we go. There's the progress bar. And it moves along pretty quick. Once you get 3 skilled blacksmiths in here, this is like twice as fast. You almost need 2 mines in order to keep up with it. And a hauler that's undead. And guess what is killing the Borgs with? Or guess what you're killing the Borgs with? A Tommy gun. That's funny. Hey, Victus! How are you doing? Almost done building the boatyard. Just a couple of construction workers working it out. 93%. Okay. And we're supposed to build a sloop, I think it was. Yeah, built a sloop.
Ahoy!
So there's a schooner. There's a snow. We need to build a sloop. A sloop is here. We need 50. There we go. 50 lumber. Boom. Sloop on the way. We'll name it John B. Ah, yes. The classic Chicago typewriter. Let's see if their skills have
Incoming
improved
ads
yet.
for you non-subscribers. Use your Twitch Prime now.
There comes the ads. Yeah, see, they've already gone up 1 skill point. So we're at skill 2 now instead of 1. You won't notice much of a difference with just the first one, but it does increase.
Can I find any games a chance?
Yes, as soon as they finish building that blacksmithy, we'll put one up. Let's see.
Maybe you hadn't noticed, Captain, but they're tainting up wenches on your island. Captain, the lads were wondering when we might be getting proper cutlass.
No, talk to the construction crew that's dragging its feet, huh?
Yarr, Captain. I don't know about the natives, but the lads here are getting restless.
Okay. And
This isle is run like a bloody prison for pirates.
this is going to be a tough one. Lost a pirate. And losing pirates can actually increase the pirate satisfaction, because if you lose one that is really unhappy, it will actually work in your favor. I wouldn't say kill off your pirates, but if it gets really ugly, you can start, you know, considering that option. Focus on this. You also eventually get a black market shack that you can buy stuff on the black market, like swords and rations and whatnot. For later missions, that's really useful because you can get stuff started right away. And that's almost built. Look at that. 90% construction, 92. If you put a second shipwright in here, it'll build even faster. Now then, just picked up some stuff and they're building a cutlass.
Can I find any games a chance?
We're working on it. We're working on it. Game's a chance. Let's see. There we go. Now then, we have 2 pirates, or 2 pirate captains, 2 ships.
Maybe you hadn't noticed, Captain, but they're tainting up wenches on your
Where
island.
is my stockade? There we go. Let's take a look and see what we've got. Courage and leadership. Boy, these are some real sourpusses. Good God. Courage 1, leadership 4. Dude, run at the sight of a mouse.
But the lads here
Whoa.
getting
What?
this oil is
Yeah,
run
6
like
and
a
6,
bloody
whatever.
prison for pirates.
Also, press ganging them can also lead to higher pirate satisfaction as well, because freshly press gang pirates are usually very happy. So you can use that as a tactic to kind of push something over the edge if you need to, just by press ganging a bunch of them all at once.
Gangway.
Leadership, low courage, but high leadership.
Watch that hook!
Eh,
Oi.
that's good. All right, let's see if that's enough. Okay. Extra pirates will eventually become guards. See, we've got 1 guard at my palace. So they will fight off captive incursions.
That'd be a wise move, sir.
Let's see, we're going to explore. So that's Charlotte. And there's Henry Morgan. So we're going to have him explore there.
Stayed aloft here, Captain. That'd be a wise move.
And exploration... Uh-oh. I need to build more chuck tents. That's not good. We have a problem. They're going to start starving to death. But that's okay. We'll put one right here. Yeah, they're kind of overloaded. Let's make sure we have enough farms, too, because that's the other issue. So building farms, you have banana farm, papaya farm. You can't access these until you've got a skilled farmer for that. Yeah, Ethan Marley is starved to death. Okay, so when you put down a farm, you notice that you've got these dark streaks.
Hadn't noticed
The
that.
darker the green, the more fertile for that particular type of crop. We're going to plant this right here. Okay, so we've explored this area. It seems fairly light, but we've only explored it once, so we're going to do an explore again. These use only a few rations, so it's actually kind of quick. Just go. Come back when you get done. Hey, Sitting Stan, welcome in. Hope you're doing well today. I saw push for you. Yeah, here I am. Thank you. I appreciate it. Echo's been helping me on that one. He's been pushing that one pretty hard. Did that increase? How are you doing today? Doesn't seem to make a difference with that. We'll explore that later. Okay, so we have a... Let's see. What was it we were going to name the gambling den? I don't remember. You miss building games now and need to go dig out some and play them again. There's a lot of good ones from this era. I enjoyed this one. I enjoyed Stronghold series. Rise of Nations was really good. You know, some of the other RTSs, the classic ones, CNC and whatnot, I'm sure.
Yar, Captain. I don't know about the natives.
Doing okay.
The lads
Oh, thank you.
here.
Just working on your game dev project while watching the stream. Well, thank you. Always enjoyed the building part of Age of Empires. Yeah, and Age of Empires and Warcraft. Yeah, I agree with you. It's like, I want to make this better. I forget now what my goal was. We've built the sloop. Oh, we need to drive happiness is what we need to do. So, in this case, what we're going to do is... Where is... Ah, we found a Spanish farmstead. That's good. So I can't build a... Oh, I can't build a pirate neighborhood in this yet. They don't give me the houses for it yet. So we can...
Wenches on your island.
We can do this. So if you hit control, hold down control, you can actually build multiple I want to say this was introduced in one of the patches. There we go. But you have to balance this because order kind of messes with anarchy. They're opposites. And it will upset your it'll upset your captives. Always enjoyed the yeah. So let's see. Other buildings will do other things too. For example, the stockade does add defense. So you have this or fear, excuse me, not defense, but fear and order. So there's your order, there's your fear. This I thought the ration actually offered defense, but I guess not. Now, the docks offer defense. They increase defense. You can also donate. We're going to send them out on a cruise, give them a lot of money. Emperor Rise of the Middle Kingdom was also a good one for pure build, not so much combat focus. Stronghold offers you a peaceful economic mission, or economic side, the original Stronghold, that you can do the same. You can just build. You don't have to worry about getting attacked, you know, or the combat and whatnot. I should have saved it, and I did not. Oh, we've taken on new scum. There we go. So we'll save again. I have a tendency sometimes to just focus on the boats when they're cruising.
Maybe you hadn't noticed, Captain, but there tain't enough wenches on your island.
So Honduras is where Henry Morgan is. Oh, look at that. So we had 2,400 gold. We got 4 cannons and a new pirate. Didn't lose any. That's a good thing. So we have collected stuff in the Honduras. You can see what they've collected and from what faction. The English in this case. So Henry Morgan just looted 2,400 gold from one mission, 900 from Spain. Wow, already coming back. Oh, no, I'm sorry. 2,400 was from Charlotte de Berry. My bad. All right, so now that they have gold, they can go enjoy themselves. We just need to drive the happiness above where it currently sits. Another way we can build happiness is higher quality buildings, and they also offer winches. Let's see. Go ahead and cruise again. Actually, I'm going to change this to selfish. They got a big haul, that last one. This will send more money my way, but they get less money in the take, a smaller percentage. Also, the drawback to putting ships in further away territories is it takes more time before they can actually start chasing stuff. And that'll eat up some of your rations, meaning they'll spend less time out plundering. So the closer you can stay to home, the better. But we lost 3 pirates. Yep, 300 gold, but a whole bunch of cannons. Look at that. That's all right. We can...
Maybe you hadn't noticed, Captain, but there tain't enough wenches on your island.
I have no idea what she's saying.
Malandrin!
Oi!
Hey, 7-7. That's pretty good. Pretty good. All right. Now then, we have captives here. All right, we're going to do... build this here. Now, I mentioned before that you can kind of cause the AI to lock up a bit and they start looping. The more roads you build, this seems to encourage that kind of an event. So you want to be careful. Long stretches gridded out is the best way to go. If you want characters to go to a certain area exclusively, like pirates, for example, only put pirate stuff in one corner and put one road to it. Occasionally, captives will wander down that path, but for the most part, it'll just be the pirates, and you won't have to worry about it interfering too much with their resignation. Pharaoh had a re-release. It's on your list to get eventually. Never tried it, but you love Egypt. Egypt is some really cool history. Some really cool history. Let's see, what else can we do here? We can... The gunsmithy, we need a smith for that. Cannon foundry, we can build one of those too. Not really useful yet. We need a... I want to say we need a cook. Yeah, skilled cook to build the cheap eatery. And skilled wench for the brothel and salon. But for the most part, this should help us. We're getting close to that point. I don't think we're going to get a... I think you have to get 66%. There we go. I don't think we get a gold. I bet you it's a bronze. I almost never get gold on this one. There we go. All right, what did we get? Yep, got a bronze. Told you. Didn't do it fast enough is what it was. Difficulty was 152%, so that's actually, according to them, and that's actually pretty hard, so they drop it on you pretty quick. But that is going to be it for today. I need to get ready. I have to go back to work today. I've got to work 2 weeks in a row. Doesn't that suck? Anyway, so we'll back out. We will continue this on Friday at 8 a.m. We'll be back in Tropico 2. I forget how many missions there were, 30 or so, something 25, something like that. The later ones get a little bit long, so they can take as much as 45 minutes to an hour and a half in that range. But it shouldn't be more than a few streams, really, to finish this game. Thank you very much, Sitting Stan. I appreciate you being here. And, yeah. Now, on Tuesday, we'll be back in Gabriel Night. That will be at, it's supposed to be at 5 p.m. Eastern. However, I have something I have to do at 4 p.m. Hopefully it won't take me too long and I won't be late, but I apologize if I am a little bit late. There will be a stream on Tuesday evening. So we'll see what time it starts. I'll update in the chat as well as on the title for the stream itself. So if you're here at 5 p.m. and you're wondering where I am, you should know, hopefully by the message I leave. Yeah. Anyway, thank you all for being here. I really appreciate it. First and foremost, Pi, thank you so much for the 10 gift subs. Jeez, man, that was nuts. As well as other subs, too. Gregor, thank you for the 26 months. Emmy Cat for the 21. Refraction for the Twitch baby. Tony, thank you very much for the 5 months. And let's see, Cybertrucker Alpha, thank you for the 2 months. Mr. Steel Rose for the 3 months. And, of course, we also had a bunch of bits testing out the bit alerts thing that was changed to mix it up. Phalanges, Viscount, Pi, Rage. Thank you all for the bits. I really appreciate that. A bunch of follows, too. I'm going to say thank you for you guys. Excellent Walter, Subpar Gamer Dude, Scott Forgot, Riv Canada, Ataku, Hanzu, Fish Cult 226, Every John, Orange Addiction, Micro Magic, that was a few days ago. Kizabear 93, also a few days ago. Thank you all for the follows. I really appreciate that.